There's a Mishunadike Medrash in this week's Parsha. The Medrash says, Ki hishkis kol basar is darkei al haaretz. So steht in Medrash, Hakol kilkulu ma'aseyem b'dor hamabel. That everybody and everything became amoral and incorrupt. Hakelev hayaholech eitzel haze'ev. That even animals were so morally corrupt and decadent that animals lived with other animals. Today a kelev goes with a kelev, a ze'ev goes with a ze'ev. B'dor hamabul, znus became so pervasive that in different animals were mizana. Acha behema hasus ala chamor, v'hamor ala sus, v'hanochash al hatzipor. That the znus, the hashchasa, the moral decadence was so pervasive that it even affected the animals. And then the Medrash continues and says, Dor hamabul loini moichu min ha'olam ad shekosbu gimumasiyais lezachar v'nekeva. That you know what was the final straw. You know when the Mabul finally came because of this terrible immorality that gripped the world. You know what the final straw was? Shekosvu gimu masiyais lezachar v'nekeva. There are different pshatim in what gimu masiyais is. But one of the pshatim is when they started writing songs that extolled the merits of a zachar with a zachar and a zachar with a behemoth. Das heißt, they were doing znus for years and years and years. But you know what the Rebbeinu Shalom said, Ad Ka'an, when living with a zachar, homosexuality, and living with a behemoth made the top 40. When the rock artists of the time of Noach started writing songs about Zohar and Behemoth, then it was Nimaichu. What's the pshat? Because the pshat is that until that point, when people were mizana and behemoths were mizana, there was at least a semblance of feeling that what we are doing is illegitimate. Sure, it's wrong, but you do it behind closed doors. Sure, it's corrupt, but I don't go around and be mafarsim. You know when society legitimizes something is when art imitates life. When art can extol the merits of immorality, then it goes from illegitimate to legitimate. And that's when the Rebbeinu Shalom said, enough. Kol Zman, there is a Victorian age where everybody's being mizana, Zohar and the cave, and Zohar and Zohar. Aber Menschen know it's not right. Then that's the point up to the Dor Mabul. But when it becomes an alternative lifestyle, when it becomes a different form of normal life, that gimu masiyos was Zohar v'nekeva. The other pshat in gimu masiyos, the Medrash says, is they wrote a ksuba into Zohar and Zohar. That when they went down to City Hall and they started taking out marriage licenses for Zohar and Zohar, when they started declaring about making city ordinances and that there should be a legal marriage between two males with all the rights of husband and wife, or husband and husband, or wife and wife, whatever you want to call it. That's when it was Gimul Masiyos L'Zachar Ula Behema. And that's when Chazal say it was Nimay Chudar Amabo. Because up until that point, it was looked down upon. People knew that it was wrong. But when we already go ahead and proclaim that it is an acceptable alternative lifestyle, then Nebach Kumt Amabo.
For additional tapes by Rep.